Hey, it's Alex, and welcome to Vegan with a Passport. I'm super excited because today we're in Barcelona, Spain, and we have quite a bit to explore. In this video, we're going to be checking out Barcelona's top-rated vegan restaurant, along with some vegan paella, the vegan junk food bar, a huge vegan grocery store, and even a vegan sushi bar. So let's go. First, let's go check out an all-vegan restaurant where you can get vegan paella along with vegan calamari, desserts, and tapas called Bar Seleneta Sangria Bar. I first started off with a fried gnocchi dish. Taste-wise, the gnocchi was okay alone, as I find most pastas just to taste okay. However, with the sauce, it was delicious, and I also really enjoyed the texture of the fried gnocchi. It was very crunchy. And then of course, I had to order the vegan paella. It is topped with plant-based shrimp, and the paella was absolutely delicious and was bursting with flavor. You could tell that they added quite a few herbs and spices to the dish. It's one of my favorite dishes I've had in a long time. And the only thing I would say is that I don't think the plant-based shrimp was necessary because I thought the texture of it was odd in that it didn't add any flavor to the paella. The paella was good on its own, but that paella, it was good. Now let's swing over to the vegan junk food bar. The vegan junk food bar is actually a chain vegan restaurant that originally started in Amsterdam, but now there's also a location in Barcelona. The restaurant is known for having colorful burger buns and dishes, and also interesting neon signs and graffiti in the restaurant. As fried mac and cheese balls is an uncommon sight for me to see on menus, I was pretty excited to order them. Overall, I found the mac and cheese balls on their own to just be okay. I found it pretty bland if I'm going to be honest. However, it did come with this sauce and it was delicious and had a hint of sweetness to it. I then decided to order the flamboyant shrimp, which came with a spicy chick sauce, chives, and I believe mini potato chips or fries on the top. Again, I found the dish on its own to be meh. However, with the sauce, I did find the dish to be delicious and it actually had a spicy kick to it. Now let's go check out that all-vegan restaurant called Roots and Rose. Now I'm sorry y'all, I know I said we were going to an all-vegan sushi restaurant, which we're at. However, I did not order sushi. And that's because I was very intrigued by the gyoza tacos. Now gyoza is usually a Japanese pan-fried dumpling. However, the filling of the dumpling was instead put on a fried tortilla instead. The presentation reminded me of a Mexican tostada. The tortilla was topped with jackfruit, which had a meaty taste to it, and also vegetables. The taco was delicious, tangy, and had a hint of sweetness to it. Now let's go check out that all-vegan grocery store called Vegans E Bio. And unlike most vegan grocery stores that I've been to, this was on the larger end and was the size of many grocery stores you will find throughout Spain. For starters, this store had produce, which is an unusual find at vegan grocery stores. And then as usual with these stores, you can find pantry staples from beans, spices, oils, milks, pastas, and other grains. snacks, and even baby food. There were also a variety of frozen and refrigerated items from pizza, cheese, hummus, tofu, and plant-based meats. You can also purchase plant-based meats separately instead of in a package, and you also can buy bulk zero-waste grains and nuts. The store also sells a variety of beauty and everyday hygiene products, and also refillable home cleaning products. Now let's go to a restaurant called Cactus Cat Bar, which is supposedly the highest rated vegan restaurant in Barcelona on Happy Cow and has a 4.9 rating on Google Maps. I saw the Herrera chicken nuggets on the menu, and when I inquired about what it was, I was told that it was a Spanish chicken dish. However, after doing my own research later, I actually learned that it is a plant-based meat brand based out of Barcelona. Anyway, I found the nuggets to be delicious. The outside had the texture of a croquette, while the inside had a meaty taste. The meal also came with french fries and corn, which, well, just tasted like french fries and corn. To my surprise, the meal also came with soup and homemade bread. The soup of the day was zucchini, and I found it to be really flavorful, and the actual zucchini taste was mild. It just had a nice, delicious, creamy veggie soup taste. And the homemade bread was also good. For dessert, I decided to get the banana bread cake. The cake was also refined sugar-free. Taste-wise, I found the cake to be delicious, and it tasted well even without the refined sugar. However, texture-wise, I found it to be a little too dense for me personally, and it felt like a meal of its own. In addition to buying food here, you can also buy a variety of vegan-themed artwork. For our last restaurant, let's go check out another fully vegan establishment called Tool C. Here, you can get tapas and a variety of international inspired cuisines. I decided to order the seitan chili dish. The dish was interesting. For starters, it wasn't the type of chili that I'm used to, where it's more of a soup consistency. This was mostly solid, and it had large chunks of bell peppers. Also, I was getting mixed signals from the taste, because the seitan tasted like chorizo, however, the sauce tasted like a veg Manchurian sauce. I also ended up ordering some mushroom croquettes, which were crunchy and delicious. Thank you so much for watching, and if you enjoyed this episode, be sure to stick around, because for the next few episodes, we're going to be checking out an all-vegan hotel and also vegan restaurants in Greece. Until next time, bye!